myself for every one of Terence Crawford's opponents in the past, because I know it was very hard. It's difficult to prepare for a fighter like Terence Crawford because you don't know what he's bringing to the ring that night. Either he's going to stand southpaw or orthodox. But the difference is that Israel Madrimov is the same way as Terence Crawford. He fights lefty like if he was a right-hander, and that's what.
I don't think you can hoop.
What? I definitely can't hoop. Well, I can hoop. I'm probably still better than you at hooping as well. But I'm definitely.
You ain't better than me in nothing.
Darts.
And talking, that's it.
Talking.
You talk a good game. You ain't
Darts.
better than me in nothing.
Darts.
Nothing.
Darts.
Nothing.
Darts.
Today.
You're very nervous today. I don't know what's wrong with you.
I've been here.
Your energy's all off.
I've been here.
I'm worried about you on Saturday.
Last time I
don't think you're taking this fight right.
I'm 3-0 against you, sir.
That doesn't matter.
3-0.
One was against Ricky Burns. You're 135 pounds. Who is
That's
that
your
one?
best champion.
Myself for every one of Terence Crawford's opponents in the past, because I know it was very hard. It's difficult to prepare for a fighter like Terence Crawford because you don't know what he's bringing to the ring that night. Either he's in a stand southpaw or orthodox, but the difference is that Israel Madrimov is the same way as Terence Crawford. He fights lefty like if he was a right-hander, and that's what we've been doing. Terence Crawford appears to have made a grave error in fighting Israel. Prominent promoter Eddie Hearn has made the audacious prediction that Israel, the WBA junior middleweight champion, will prevail via knockout. This exciting matchup is made even more exciting by his bold forecast. Boxing promoter Eddie Hearn said on X that he is ready to stop Terence Crawford in Los Angeles if Israel Madrimov wins over Crawford. He thinks it will send shock waves through the boxing community and catapult him into celebrity. Onto Zone Nader live coverage of the bout is anticipated. Many in the community hold Crawford in such high regard that they believe he is nearly unbeatable by early 2025. There is even speculation that Crawford would go up to super middleweight and take on Canelo Alvarez. Madrimov can match Crawford's strength and skill level, but his inability to put together powerful combinations limits his chances of winning against the Nebraskan. If MOV possessed the stunning one-punch knockout ability of elite hitters like Julian Jackson, he would be safe versus Crawford. The fight would take on an entirely different dynamic, but Crawford would need fewer combinations to win due to his weak striking style. Instead, a single well-placed punch might end it all. Crawford must defeat Matron on August 3rd in order to advance to fight Canelo. The outcome of this fight will be a key indicator of Crawford's fitness to move up to the 168 bits class and face Canelo. Crawford's Excellency Turkey Alec will have to summon an even bigger task for him if he defeats Israel Madrimov and Canelo's recent fight, in which he unexpectedly struggled against an unimpressive hind on Manja, calls into question his supremacy and creates the possibility of a Crawford triumph. Dimitri Bivol and David Bitts. This should be the next step. Crawford wouldn't have to go to 154 if he beat Canelo, so they're ready for the inevitable. In my case, I intend to win on August 3rd and declare that Israel Madrimov to fight. Hype. Israel Madrimov is concerned about Crawford's seeming fixation on a possible matchup with Canelo, as if the fight against him is merely a stepping stone. However, Isra Mandela moves determination is strengthened by Crawford's dismissal, as he understands that it is his responsibility to demonstrate to the 36-year-old that he is a serious person. I concentrate just on winning the fight, the rest can be discussed later. There's nothing else on my mind. Madrimov claims that while Andre Ward's help to Terence Crawford in sparring sessions might be advantageous to him, it's probable that this benefit won't translate into success in the ring. Beigel is helping me get ready for this bout. The fitness routines of Crawford and Andre Ward 40 haven't caused any controversy. Israel Mov chose a career in professional boxing, whereas I chose amateur boxing. As a result, he only has 11 pro matches compared to 40 for Crawford. We all make our own choices in life. Crawford and Ward have extremely different fight styles, and Ward doesn't appear to be in top physical shape in the exercise video. Madim's long amateur career has certainly given him more experience than Crawford's professional career in the amateur ranks. Madim faced numerous formidable opponents. Crawford's victories over inferior opponents from both his early and latter career phases have inflated his professional record, but once we were in the professional ranks, we elected to go the difficult way and fight 10 times, 6 of them against title eliminators and all against really tough competition. Yes, he is more famous, but even if I greatly admire Israel, that's my opportunity to state that the WBA light middleweight champion Tony Bellew believes the USC boxer will not be able to stop Terence Crawford from continuing to perform wonderfully, while most opponents would find it tough to counter. Medov Bell said in an exclusive interview with Dune that Crawford is special. He is one of the best fighters of his time and he doesn't seem to be slowing down as the showdown draws near. Terence Crawford is preparing for his Saturday matchup against WBA super welterweight champion Israel Madrimov. Eddie has mentioned how exceptional Israel Madrimov is and he is a superb fighter with many amazing traits. Crawford is just better than most fighters, so even if he had some strong moments in the fight, I believe he will win again. This much-awaited fight, which is being held in Los Angeles, will be the first ever Riyadh season event in the United States presented by Eddie Hearn's Match Room, which is representing the unbeaten Israel Madrimov face-off picture shoot, was scheduled at Tor Encore Stadium before fight week. Eddie Hearn moved quickly to grab the opportunity to get Bud Crawford to respond passionately on camera. Crawford struck back, remembering how Hearn had cheered him on when he defeated Ricky Burns to win his first world title in Scotland. Crawford made light of the fact that the last time he looked, he had 3 against Hearn, referencing his winning run in matches sponsored by Hearn and his victory over Hearn's top champion. In the process, the breezy rep party took a somber turn when Hearn made remarks about Crawford's actions leading up to the Madoff fight. Hearn told Crawford that he looked nervous and that his energy wasn't right. Hearn voiced worry over Crawford's Saturday performance, implying that he might not be giving the fight his full attention. Hearn argued that the Burns fight should have resulted in a draw and quipped that Crawford still owed him for a hotel breakfast. I don't think you can hoop. What I think I definitely can't hoop. I can hoop. I'm probably still better than you at hooping as well. I'm definitely you ain't better than me in nothing and talking. That's it. Talking. You talk a good game. You ain't better than me in nothing. DS nothing. Darts nothing. Darts today. You're very nervous today. I don't know what's wrong with your energy is all off here. I'm worried about you on Saturday. Last time I don't think you're taking this fight right. I'm 3-0 against you, sir. That doesn't matter. 3 against Ricky Burns. You won 35B. That's your best champ. Though the banter is lighthearted, the mental game is obviously fully engaged. Matt, who has a perfect 10-0 record and is battled at 154 pounds throughout his career, presents a serious threat to Crawford. Crawford, who began his career weighing 135 pounds, has cautiously won each division leading up to this pivotal one on the undercard. 2 thrilling heavyweight fights will be heating up the ring in addition to Isaac Pitbull Cruz risking his extremely lightweight belt to support the main event. The stakes are quite high, with Andy Ruiz Jr. taking on Gerald Miller and the very talented Jared Anderson against Martin, and both supporters and experts are concerned about Crawford's capacity to withstand the strain and mental acrobatics required to defeat Matt, who is a formidable fighter with exceptional strength and talent. The outcome of this bout may have a lasting impact on the welterweight division and mark a turning point in the careers of the competitors. All eyes will be on Crawford as fight night FRWS near to see if he can defeat his most formidable opponent yet and added another championship to his outstanding record. That's your best champion. That was your hardest fight. That's your best champion. Your hardest fight. Why would you disrespect CH? This is going to be your hardest fight. That's your best champion. Why 15-113 should have been a draw. Never see the scorecard. CC man, where Ricky at man. I like Ricky. Dude, where Ricky at man. You disrespect in Scott. Disrespectful. You robbed him in Scott. I robbed him. Teacher Joel Diaz's journey has completed a full circle inside the hallowed confines of his renowned gym in Indio, California. When Terence Crawford was a young fighter, he astounded everyone with his incredible talent. Now that Israel Madrimov is his junior middleweight champion, he is systematically preparing for Crawford's potential demise. It's a really challenging task working on a plan to stop Crawford is an honor because pound for pound he is the finest boxer in the world. We have an excellent strategy and a strong fighter when he challenges World Boxing Association champion Israel Madrimov. Undefeated 3-division champion Terence Crawford aims to add a 4th belt to his record. Diaz told Pro Box TV Crawford and Saul Canelo Alvarez the 4-division champion might square off if Crawford prevails. Diaz knows that Crawford, a Nebraskan by birth, lives a simple life and has unrestrained power. Will be prepared because we've got good runners, left-handers and speed guys. We know who we're going up against in the ring, so we'll be prepared with plans A, B and C against Terence Crawford. When Crawford was just starting out in the professional ranks, having fought in less than 10 fights, his manager Cameron Duncan took him to India where he trained with another Duncan. Doss claims that because Crawford and Madrimov both dominate their positions from both sides, you never know What to anticipate from them urged Timothy Bradley Jr., a future Hall of Famer, to win 2 divisions with his impressive exhibition of talents. Crawford showed why he was considered the uncontested 140 pounds champion, would go on to win more lightweight world titles and would finally capture every welterweight belt. This remarkable Diaz's career peaked exactly 1 year ago today when he decisively defeated Errol Spence Jr. v TKO in the 9th round. Since then he has seen Israil Madrimov transform from an experienced amateur W.